This season will bring us a lot of new experience, emotions, and interesting guests. And today we're starting with a very, very special one. We know how much you wanted us to invite this wonderful person, but about this in a second. First of all, let us start with the technical stuff. And newcomers, first year students, if you haven't watched us before, welcome. Lazarski Talks is a university talk show where we invite people and where you have a chance to ask all the questions that you want them to answer. Uh, those who know us, welcome back. We missed you. So, indeed.
I want to say it.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to start with a very, very important note here. Thank you very much. An introduction of my wonderful co-host today, Darina. Thank you very much for doing this again.
It's a big pleasure for me to be here again.
We are back, the same, looking like twins today. And this is a perfect moment to start. So, from the technical things, thing number one, we do not have COVID. That's why we're sitting like this. We can hug each other, kiss each other, and do all the backstage things that we do all the time. The next thing that we're kindly asking you to do is to turn off the microphones and text us if you want to ask something to the guest. We are on the Instagram Live and we are in the Microsoft Teams, so please text us and we're going to be more than happy to share your question with a guest. Then we have the best question. This is a wonderful tradition that we had from the first season, and it's going to be with us this season as well. The best question to the guest that is chosen by the guest will receive a present from our marketing department. And that's it from my side.
And that will be the responsibility. Sorry, I'm so nervous to see
We are
you guys.
a little bit nervous.
To choose the best question. And our guest, let me introduce him, is Dr. Mateusz Dróżdż. Welcome. Thank you for accepting our invitation. And I was thinking that we are so sorry that it took us so long to invite you here, but finally we are here. So, Dr. Dróżdż is a graduate of our wonderful Lazarski University, the Faculty of Law and Administration. He also obtained his doctorate at the same faculty at our Lazarski University in year 2015, and now he's a lecturer in the English Language Studies program at our beautiful, wonderful, beloved Lazarski University. Also with a double diploma with Coventry University. And is it true that you are a lecturer here for almost 10 years, more than?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for invitation. It is a big pleasure that I am here. Don't worry about that it took too many times or so many times, but it is also my fault. So to students, you know that I am a busy man, but
Yes,
I am
you
so
are.
happy that I am here. Yes, it is true. This is 10 years, and then if we add the years when I was a student here, it will be 15. And last time when I had the lectures last week, I stopped near room 58 and I said, hey, it was 50 years ago when I was first time here. So yeah,
That's
it
a
is true.
very, very long story.
That is.
And the interesting thing, almost 15 years, and you are indeed a busy man because this is the longest introduction of the
Yes,
guest we ever
that's
had.
true.
And
That's
I
true.
didn't finish, so let me please. You're also a member of the Parliament Group of Experts of the Security Council of Mass Events since January 2013. And I personally want to thank you for this because I know that you took part in a very, very important process of organizing events at our Lazarski University. Also, you're a member of the International Sport Commission in couple of university, Staffordshire University and Thomson Rivers University since May 2013. And
that-
also,
That's not the end of the introduction.
that's not the end, because Dr. Dróżdż is also an owner of a law firm.
And also, he is the CEO of a football club.
Yes, it's true.
I don't know where to start with. And I
Me
think
too.
we got the perfect first question
Yes.
for you
Yes.
today. So,
Okay,
Go on.
I'm gonna start from the first question. So, three completely different industry. You are involved in the education, into the law, and into the sports. How did that happen? And that you decided to mix them all? We do understand that these things are very much correlated with each other. So, can you please tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, when I graduated Lazarski University, I started with education. I met with president, and president said that okay, I would like to have such lectures as you at our university, and of course I agree. I was also on some legal courses and language courses at St. Joseph University in Philadelphia. So I said, oh, maybe I have some experience. Maybe we'll change something, and then my classes will be more interesting in some part. Yes. So it was first of all, but also I made the legal training when I was the lecturer, and also I worked in international law firm in corporation. So my career started in what we called a very difficult law firm, because we turn on the light and turn off the lights as the youngest lawyers in law firm. And then also after 3 years I started some kinds of works for the sports club, and I was also in supervisory board of one of the club, and since that day I am still in connected with some clubs, and that is why I am here also, but that practical way which I do every day is totally different.
That's
I'm
gonna be
impressed.
that's gonna be an interesting talk, I believe. So,
Indeed,
would
it
you
will
like the
be.
second question?
Yes,
'Cause I
absolutely.
really
So
want to know.
Mhm.
you have so many different aspects, spheres you are
Mhm.
in your life. Do you have a favorite one?
Good question. Good
Yes.
question. Seriously, every I don't know, every work which I do is interesting. From one side, the football club, some part of adrenaline, which for us, for men, is very very necessary. We can say law firm. Then my legal knowledge, also very important. And frankly speaking, the Lazarski University, it is like medicines for me. Why? Because this is only that time at the universities when I can rest, and when I see the students who are very interested in what I would like to tell them, and it's the biggest award for me. So you have to be I don't know, a good lectures, but also you have to have that passion for the student, and that is why I love all that things which I do nowadays.
I actually want to add something. I was a student of Mateusz, as
Mhm.
you said us to call you, and that was the law class, and I was a student of economics faculty, so nothing that is connected to law was ever interesting for me.
Mhm.
And then we had these classes, and together with my classmates, we were really surprised because for the first time in my life, something that was connected to the law industry was interesting. And I am totally sure, on behalf of my classmates, that it was just because of your approach to the
Mhm.
teaching, and it's like a very, very, very nice thing.
Honestly, Anastasia, I thought that you feel very bored of my classes, but maybe.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing.
You have something to say.
He knows everything about everyone, and Mateusz
Yes.
remembers. And Darina was not even a student of Mateusz,
I
but
wasn't.
he also remembers that she's dancing, for example. How does he know it? We don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm a little
the
bit scared.
yeah, but your group was seriously very good,
Thank you very much.
and seriously the students, as we mentioned before our talks, the students from India,
Dimanshu.
Dimanshu student from
Ukraine.
Ukraine, that
Julian.
couple
Yeah.
with girlfriend, you, seriously, that was fabulous group.
Thank you very much.
And I remember that because it is difficult when you are the lecturer and you have to give some lectures about the law in economy, in management, and so on. So totally different classes I have if I have the classes regarding to law and in the law course than in economy. I do appreciate that you said that it was interesting,
It was. It was.
because yeah, it is difficult. It is difficult to persuade the students from economy. Hey guys, this is in some part very very interesting. And I may said that even I have students from management or the economy. Sometimes, right now, I know that they made a career in law. Why? Because, for example, uh, I said during the classes, or I analyzed the international contract of sale. Maybe it is only one lecture, but they use that right now because they made some transactions between. They came back to their country, and right now they specialize in that. So yeah,
Nice.
it is nice, and it is, as I said, the biggest award for me that okay, I submit some knowledge to them and they receive that.
I think we should go to the third question because it's so much about the thing that we're talking.
Yes. So the question is, but I'll just
Mm-hmm.
paraphrase it a little bit. You said it's difficult to teach
Mhm.
students of different faculties and different programs, but where do you like to teach the most? In the economics or law? Because, you are mentioning that these students from economics, they made a law career, so this is very possible that it was you who inspired them. So don't you have this feeling that, yeah, I will come to economics students, I will teach them law, and they will be inspired, and I will feel also inspired, and or you are just more comfortable with the law students?
It depends. It depends. All classes are interesting from my perspective. Uh, in law, of course, I prepare the lawyers. I may say yes. In
Mm-hmm.
economic, there is for me in some part the English studies are more interesting from the culture point of view, because as you remember, every classes of the beginning of the classes, I read the names, yes, and ask where are you
Yes.
from, yes.
Yeah.
So it is interesting because then very often I have students on Facebook, and for instance they told me, okay, we have connection, but also I see generally their photos from, for example, from Azerbaijan, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I see this is Baku, yes, and yeah, it is interesting for me, but I don't have one direct answer which classes are more interesting. Every class is interesting. For me, the most important is to pull out from the students the best things what they have. And even there is maybe not good group as you had, yes, but there will be one person, and she or he will be fabulous. And then I try to cooperate. I try to encourage her or to work as much as it is possible. And sometimes it's good, sometimes not. Anastasia is also the lecturer, so we know that there are passive and active students.
Yeah.
So the most important is to, after the graduation, when you see the students and they make some career, have some successes also with family and so on. This is the most important.
By the way, considering your busy schedule, I think you have pretty busy one. Do you stay in touch with some graduates who just
Yeah, a
like
lot,
a
a
lot?
lot, a lot. And frankly speaking, I remember I have also the contact with the students from my first year from economy when I started the lectures. Interesting stories about Mikhail. Mikhail is right now the professional soldier. He's Avdivka in
Avdiivka.
Avdivka
Mm-hmm.
near the
Yes.
border. One of our first students set up the hairdresser company, the orange one, and he's our student. And I help him to set up a LLC, limited liability.
Yeah.
Right now he has I don't know, he has about 50 offices in whole Poland. So I have the contact with them. And I'm so happy that we maintain the contact, and by Facebook or a different one, uh, not only in professional way, but also in normal daily contact. Yeah, I'm so happy, and I'm glad that I have some students. And certainly one of the students right now, she is a big businessman also in Ukraine. I help her with setting up the business with the black granite from Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
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 And right now she export from Ukraine and import to Poland. We don't have such kinds of stone, but she makes a lot of money. She makes a lot of money, and yeah, I'm so happy that I help with that. And I said, I remember that one of her father arrived to Lazarski and said, you know, I would like to tell you that I do appreciate what you did, but the best way for you and the best award will be my daughter. Yes, so you can be, you can marry it and so on. I will determine all the details. And said, okay, thanks so much, but but probably I will resign. Okay, so yeah, but it is funny, but also it shows us how people react.
That's very inspiring, and I actually think that it just can be interesting for our students that the graduate that you asked before we started, the accent, the accent, yeah, that's a very nice thing because probably without your help we're not, be wearing this kind of hoodies.
Accent. I hope that that he will see that talks, but I'm sure that he will be success. I'm sure. And I saw that from the first classes that he will be success. He has business mind. He has business mind, and this is something what not all the students have. So, yeah, of course, from that group, also you told me about the name with the first accent. The first guy from the first row with that couple with the girl.
Julian.
Julian also. With perfect English, and yeah, fabulous.
That's very inspiring, everything that you say. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Maybe
from the perspective of, it's just a very, very good thing.
And Lazarski University, seriously, is a very good university. Of course, there are some things which we have to correct, but I remember the beginning when we start the English classes, and they were 3, 4 good students. Right now, much more. It is interesting because 10 years ago we have only a few students from abroad. Right now, all classes, and the level of the students in English courses much better.
That's a pleasure to hear that.
I'm feeling proud.
Yeah, I'm feeling proud too.
From the very beginning of this episode.
Okay, should we move, because this is a very interesting one about the abroad and things like this.
I think we need to mention that comment which we got on Instagram.
I agree.
About inspiring people from economics. I totally agree. After having classes in business law, I knew that I want something related to law. So that's a good thing. That's true. See, people confirming.
Okay, so we are changing the job and going to open a law firm after Lazarski talks.
Let's finally do this. Come on.
Finally, yes.
Yeah, but I told that students that the students, for example, from Ukraine, from Belarus, from different country, they are in better situation if they go for study law. Why? Because 2 languages, and then probably the third one will be Polish one. And then if you want to specialize in international relation, international private law, as my PhD, you will do that. And seriously, right now I know about the situation in Ukraine, also in Belarus, for instance, yes. But then we may say that the market, Polish one and the Ukrainian one, is open, and people need lawyers from that environment. So sometimes that studies could be very useful.
And what were your studies like? The bachelor and the master? How was it? Or it was this?
Yeah, in law we have to have master studies, so.
And they're not divided, like you don't finish.
No, 5 years, and difficult studies.
So
exam much more difficult than corporate law.
Okay. And what about your PhD? What was it about?
About international contract of sale. Unfortunately, that year I started my proceeding to make a habilitation. Okay. But unfortunately I lost. I have 2 in favor and 2 rejection. So according to new provisions since January, I will not be able to do that. So if we talk also about some success and so on, this is my one of the biggest loss. But on the other hand, I think that right now you have to put together in one moment, and maybe start from beginning and go on. Steve Jobs had also some problems I have right now, but yeah, unfortunately they changed the provisions, and I will not be able to make that also by 2 years, next 2 years.
So we keep our fingers crossed, and in 3 years.
Yeah, maybe,
Oh,
but there are stupid provisions and so on. But it is maybe right now. This is inspiration for the students that does not look like that every time you will have easily you are able to easily catch everything what you have on your way. No, I am not talented boy. Seriously, I am the person very hardworking. Seriously, um, you read a lot about my CV and so
yeah,
on.
we did.
But on the other hand, I was twice in the United States. Yes, but I am the teacher who recommends not to go to work during the studies. Why? Because every holiday I worked. In law firm, I studied in US and so on. But when I studied in US, every day I had to wake up 5 a.m. and then go directly by bus 1 hour and 30 minutes to the university. So then come back. Yes. So you have to have something what you want to achieve, because if you don't have that, you will not make that.
I'm I'm speechless in most of the moments. I
Yes,
don't know
me
what to
actually
say.
too. Me actually too.
Well,
Well,
that's inspiring. Literally the most inspiring episode.
that's a wonderful story. I'm gonna and our next guests are having some problems because I would be a little bit scary to go to this seat after you
Yes.
are here.
Yes.
And I think this is the perfect moment to read that when we have a comment from a student.
Firstly, Professor, thank you for bringing a passion in me for corporate and business law, which I never knew I had. Secondly, my question is what one advice you received or something you learned that changed your perspective about your life?
It is difficult to say that I had one moment which changed my life. Um, when I started at Lazarski University, there was the big banner in front of the university, which states that Lazarski University for ambitious people.
Mhm.
And I said, "Oh, perfect! It is for me." Yes, and this was 10 years ago, and this was the main slogan for our university. And I started, and I saw that, okay, I pay a lot attention for my knowledge. I try to develop myself, and I saw that I see the outcomes of that. I see the results, and maybe then I have the schedule which I want to do, and it was not one moment. I know that, okay, the next point, and the next point. Yes, and this is, but of course it is very important to have some balance, because it doesn't mean that every time I learned and I didn't go outside. No, but I have one of the most important thing was that if we go for a party, we party at all or nothing. Yes. So sometimes we start on Friday, but then we finish on Sunday.
Next
Yes.
Friday.
But of course, for every exam, I had to be prepared. Yes.
So
And
that's the balance.
yes, that was the balance.
Could you please read the
Yes,
comment?
absolutely. I know who we have this comment from
Yes,
from
I
my
can
colleague
feel
from
that
marketing
too.
department. It's in Polish.
Mhm.
Mateusz, należy ci ta habilitacja jak nikomu innemu. Dasz radę, cały marketing pozdrawia.
A, dziękuję.
I nie tylko dział marketingu.
Wszyscy.
Thank you so much. As I said, I am right now. I am nailed down. It is true, and this is difficult because I know that I am expert from security of mass events, and it depends on the people who try to maybe not explain. They checked something what they don't have any knowledge, and of course there are some problems with professors checked it and so on. But as I said, maybe it is necessary to start from beginning, and then you will have more smile on your face when you finish that. And this is all. So this is also my maybe remark for the students, that sometimes you fall down. This is not important. Important is how many times you will stand up.
You know,
That's a
I really
Very good
have
approach.
the idea. I don't know if we still are gonna be working here, but when you're gonna have that, I'm gonna come to this studio and say that we're doing Lazarski talks. Congratulations to you on getting your, how we call it in English,
Habilitation.
habilitation, probably. If you need it.
Yeah,
Probably it's the universe telling you that, ha, you're fine without it too.
yeah, this is, as I said, this is interesting, and also I feel some commitment, obligation to the university because they invest a lot of me. Right now also I have classes on one day because I am, as you said, I am a busy man, so I have every day, every Thursday I have to wake up 5 a.m. and then I have 10 hours classes, no, 11 hours of classes, but I would like to make that because if we, and Anastasia, I am sure that you are in the lecture and you have the same feeling that if you have the even one student who will make the career in the future, we may say that it's worth it.
Jesus, I'm gonna cry, literally.
Don't start because I will I will support you, and
And,
that
and
will be a
actually,
disaster.
I really would like to read the question, the following one that we have from the students. Have you ever been inspired or motivated by your students? If yes, please tell us about it.
Yeah, yes, it's true, and this is not only one. And certainly, um, I have a lot of good students, also who inspired me. Um, and it is difficult to say me the one story about it, but last year there was a girl from Russia, and of course we had the online classes, and the change of the hours were about, I don't know, 10 hours, something like that, and we started classes and about 10, and she had first 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked her, okay, you started, we started classes, and maybe you want to go sleep, something like that. And she said, no, I would like to, yeah, I would like to be on your classes, and for me it is very interesting, and I like it. And I said, okay, so I will do also. Yeah, so frankly speaking, when I was in the United States, this was also a big moment for me, because also I worked in United States in law firm by 6 months. But when I was at the university, and certainly I hope that the president will not hear that, but I saw the campus of the university in Philadelphia and said, totally different world, totally different world. But I said, why we are not able to make that also at Lazarski University? Yes, the sports hall for 5,000 spectators, viewers. Yes, why not? You will then dance on the break of the on the
And I
bass
will,
come
and I will
live.
sing.
With
Yes,
bigger
of course.
pleasure.
Why not do that? So, yeah, and Chinese people were Chinese students study with me together, and every break, because they learned all night, because they wanted to be the best. And on the break, 5 minutes, every break, 5-10 minutes, they slept. Every to renegade. So it was something which shows, oh, they are crazy, and so. But it was interesting. I developed my horizons, broadened my horizons there, and I saw that there is a lot of things to improve.
Well,
Related to the topic of United States of America,
related to the topic, yeah.
we do have a question. Haven't you thought about staying there?
Yeah, this is crazy. Good question. Do you know why crazy? Because when I finished my work in law firm, one of the biggest in the United States, because I was there after graduation, and I started the legal training in Poland on January or February, I don't remember. And they told me, Mateusz, we want to have you here in our law firm. You specialize in the international transaction. I said no. And they said, why? You will receive a lot of money and so on. I said no, because if such people as I will leave Poland, the Poland will be on the same place as 10 years ago. And they said, you are crazy. You are crazy. And I said to my to my father the same, and said, you are so stupid. But I said, no, that I have students here. I have wonderful family. I didn't have my wife, Could I say hello to my wife?
Yeah, of course.
You should.
Yeah, so yeah, say hello because she's also graduate from that university. So I may also said that the university not only gives me the knowledge but also my wife. So yes, she's the best wife in the whole world. So also she inspired me a lot because sometimes I am so tired because sometimes I am so tired and she said, okay, you will do that, you will do that, you will do that, and I do appreciate that. And yeah, this is the United. Maybe today I will change my decision, but then I think that I made a fabulous decision. And what is interesting, I came back and I had big problem with my work in law firm, and I heard I don't know twice that my CV is too good to start working here because I will replace someone, I will supersede someone for 2-3 years. So I said, oh, but it is what I said. Don't worry about that situation. Go further, and then you will do probably what you dream about, and so on.
Tell us about sports. Do you play football?
Yeah, on Sunday I have to because we have the
Of course.
tournament.
Of course. Of course,
And
he has a tournament.
this is interesting because I didn't have time to practice, but all the my workers, the employees, they wants to go, and of course to have some funny situation of they wants to try to catch some situation when I will fall down and so on. So they all the people wants to go and watch the games on the. We have the tournament with our sponsors in the club. So sometimes I play football, but sport is generally very very interesting. I represented Lazarski University in table tennis because I had been playing for 15 years, and also I was even in the Polish national team when I was 10 years when I was 10. So also some knowledge I took also from the table tennis, like how to, because everyone think that in table tennis the most important are the movement of the hands. No, legs. Legs are the most important. So there are the situation which create you as the person, and the table tennis was also the one of them.
But how does it happen in sport? I mean, in football, because you're not you're the CEO of the football club,
Hmm.
which is a big deal.
Yeah, this is a big deal, and right now I'm the CEO of one of the biggest football club. So what sometimes make me very annoyed that I am a public person. Seriously, people in Łódź, they are crazy about Widzew. The Widzew is the one of the biggest club in Poland, and last Friday I went to the store. I
Mhm.
bought the wine, and I wanted to go home. But the cashier said, "Oh, dear president, good wine, yes?" And I said, "No, no way. Yes, even here, they know that I am the president of the club and so on." But um, seriously, this is my second club. Frankly speaking, the third one. But sometimes when I met with my friends and they said, "Oh, I have so stressful jobs and so on," and I said, "We can change, exchange our jobs, and we can change that." Why? Because when you have about 60,000 spectators every every game, then you feel what is the stress. Yes, when people expect that you will win and so on, so on. You are the public person, and this is stressful. But on the other hand, frankly speaking, I have to deal with that, and probably right now we are second on the league. So I hope that we will be promoted to the extra
Mhm.
league in Poland, and we are on the best way to do that.
Can I ask just one question? We don't have it on the list, but
Mhm.
it just popped up in my head. I am not sure that it's gonna be a very intelligent question.
Okay, go on.
But when you have the football club, you have a coach
Mm-hmm.
and you have you, right?
Yes, we have the director, sport director. It depends on the department.
So what do you do?
This is a good question.
Or what did you don't do? What did you not do?
It depends on the club. I mean that how many people you have there. Generally, sometimes I feel that I am from everything. Sometimes, if I have the club, because right now we made a new organization and we enacted some bylaws about how to club should look like and so on. But right now, we have 40 people, and I may say that I supervise them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I decide that sometimes what they should do, but generally I may say that I supervise, because we say in Poland that the best way to be a good president is to supervise. Of course, to trust them, but the best way of I don't know, trusting
Mm-hmm.
probably will be that we supervise them.
That's a very nice
Yeah.
citation. I hope students are taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I would use that.
Yes, I would use that too. I think I will watch
Mhm.
together with you when
Mhm.
we are tired at work. We're just gonna buy
Absolutely,
some
yes.
popcorn and watch Mr. Dr. Mateusz
Mhm.
on the YouTube. Should we read the things that we have?
I
Here
would
and
go
here?
with this
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
and then
I agree.
Another question from our student: knowing your amount of work and schedule, how do you stay motivated and always updated? Can you give us some advices to maintain the balance?
Mm-hmm. Please.
Perfect question.
We need that as well.
Perfect question, seriously. Yeah, this is difficult. Last week, we had the Christmas Eve in our company. We finished so late, and I drove the car, and there was the rondo, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And I went one time, I made the circle, second time, and the third one, and I stopped and I said, "Hey, why you made the circles?" Yes, and I said that I am too tired to know where I should go. So the balance is very, very important. This is what I would like to express to the students, that sometimes you have to stop, because then if we compare that with driving of the car, you didn't see what beautiful views you have on the left, on the right, and so on. Motivation. I made some schedules some times ago, what I would like to make on my life, and this is the best motivation. Then of course parents, wife, and this is how I try to. This is my source of my energy sometimes. Yes, and I will be also on June. I will be the father on June, so I know that I have to find the balance, because then it will be difficult to combine everything. But if I may say it, because today we talk a lot about myself, if I may recommend that to my students, is that please try to catch every minute of your lectures. I know that sometimes the lectures are boring and so on, but from every lectures you can, I don't know, you may catch something what will be very important in your future. And this is what I recommend. And of course, make some schedules. This is like the job said, that you have to connect the points, and the points not from the future but from the past. And sometimes you have to stop and say, okay, what I did, that, and it is good or not. Yes, and this is important, I think.
Can I ask you something?
Yes,
Well,
of course.
congratulations, first
Thank
of
you.
all. I don't know, should we dance and sing?
Yes,
Should we,
yes, I'm ready.
I
Come on.
really think, honestly, I swear to God, this is the cutest episode that we've ever had.
Absolutely. Do you
That
know,
we've ever had.
Will it be a girl or boy?
I
Do
don't
you
know.
So, the
I
question
don't
is...
know, but I hope the girl, because sometimes I think that too many football at my
So
home.
that was my question. Table tennis or the football? What will he or she play?
Oh, I hope that
Oh my
she
God.
will be the normal and the cute person. This is the most important. Yes.
Normal. and
Oh my
cute
God.
person.
Congratulations to you and to your wonderful
Congratulations.
wife. We're also saying hi to you. And oh my God, that is the cutest episode that we've ever had.
Yeah, but balance is very, very important. But if you want to reach something which is difficult, you have to push on, push on, push on. This is, as I said, sometimes I came back when I was the students to home and I was very, very tired, but then when I see the effect, the results of that, I was so happy. And I think that this is what I said to my students every first classes, because maybe I will be not humble, and this is important to be foolish and humble. Yes, this is very, very important. Stay hungry, and this is important. But if I was able to make that, you will be also. I am not the Robocop. I am not the person from from Galactic or something like that.
We are not sure about that.
We are not.
No, no, no.
Honestly, I would like to switch to the next
Yes.
question, and I'm sure that you are the role model for a lot of your students. I'm just sure about it, and I'm more and more sure with every
Yes.
minute of this episode. And we have a question: who is yours role model? Do you have such a person? Did you have such a person at some period of
I
time,
may say
maybe?
that, yes, I think that, and maybe it will sounds very strange, but President Madej helped me a lot. And I may say that I have the best father at my hometown, as normal father, we may say, but my educational father is President Madej. He invested in me, and frankly speaking, right now, as I said, I work a lot and I try to be at the university because I have the moral commitment to the university that I have to do that. But if not President Madej, probably I will stay in Łódź and said, okay, this is that balance.
Okay,
The
it's
first
not
day for me. Yes.
Congratulations, I'm crying for the first time during Lazarski talks.
Don't cry.
I don't think you're the only one. I'm
really-
sure
Mhm.
dozens of them are sitting and crying there in front of
It
the
was not my
phones and-
plan to that.
Yeah, yeah, we can see that. Well,
Well, first of
that's
all,
it.
I think the whole university, every person who knows you, they are feeling proud that we have you here at Lazarski University, and that's already a big success of Lazarski University
Yeah.
to have such people in here who are teaching others and who are inspiring others and bringing more shine and light to our lives, and
But-
that's absolutely
but-
amazing.
The Lazarski is very specific, and and all of you knows, because you give the, we can say that the maybe the small points, but to which cause that Lazarski is better university. And also this is also my small points which I want to give to develop that university. But if we gather together and make some plans that okay, we will make the university, Lazarski University, the best one, we'll do that. And this is important, yes, that we have to gather together and then okay, go on the next point. Yes, this is important, because our individual interest, and that is why I'm very angry from some people about my habilitation. If you only to take your interest, not the Lazarski University interest, then it means that you don't want to go on the same way which we are. Yes, and this is also important as for our lectures, that we need to go further if we want to develop Lazarski University.
Well, I truly, truly hope, and I'm sure that in your team, in all the teams, small and big teams that you have, they also have this kind of commitment that you have to
but
Lazarski
seriously,
University.
I may say that very loudly, Anastasia, that I was very happy that when I saw that you will be the lecturers. Also, I like that on Facebook, because such people as you we need at our university.
Thank you very much.
All of you, that some people with enthusiastic, of course we are right now, maybe I will one more time, we will be not humble, but we as the maybe elder lecturers, we have to give you some knowledge about how to develop Lazarski. Yes, this is our school, our university, and we have to make that as much as possible the best one.
No, I can't do that. You do whatever you need to do there. I am not.
Well, first of all, I was sure that
Mhm.
people are crying. I'm trying my best in order not to
I'm
start.
not trying my best anymore, so excuse me. It's your episode.
Stay strong. I believe in you, Anastasia. Come on. Well, thank you. Thank you for everything, literally. I will be processing this episode for
Yeah, me too.
many
Me too.
hours, literally. But
I'm super happy that we're hosting this one, you know?
Yes.
We're having such a wonderful experience here.
yes, I know. I'm
Yeah.
aware of that.
Yeah, I really want to say thank you to Lazarski University for this wonderful Lazarski talks that we're having, because it's, I think it's cool. It's
Yeah, I think also that it is not the reason that I am here, but certainly sometimes ago we talk about that we have to give something more. We have to give something more for the students from abroad, and that program, that talks are one of the what I think about that about such institution, we may say, which will be a good result for the no, not result, the good program for international students.
we hope that you guys, our international students, you like it. But I'm sure that after this particular episode, yeah, you're just left with no chance. And can you please read that?
Yes. First of all, in English, best teacher surely. In Polish, to jest najlepszy odcinek ever. We agree with that. And we are crying as well. And that's the
No,
third
don't,
comment.
please don't do that. Maybe we'll talk
Ooh.
about some work incorporation and so on.
No.
No.
No. But actually, we have another question from I guess she's a student this year. She's the second year of management, and Maria, her name is, and she's asking how difficult is it to combine being a football club president and a successful law professor? And thank you, she says.
Thank you so much. Difficult. Seriously, as I said, sometimes I am very tired, but on the other hand, I, I think that from my point of view, sometimes you have only one chance to do something, yes? So of course, maybe right now I should sleep more on Thursday, but as I said, I have the moral obligation to you know to present some lectures here and also to be inspiration for the students, yes.
Do you have any special rituals? I don't know. You wake up in the morning, you use something. I don't know.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, just some kind of I don't know,
No,
a
don't
cup
worry.
of tea, and you don't talk to anyone.
And this
you're
is
just
interesting.
meditation.
I don't drink coffee.
At all.
Yes, at all. Because when I work in corporation, it was too much.
Huh.
Because we are the youngest lawyers. About 9 p.m. we have the big line for that machine, coffee
Uh-huh.
Coffee
machine.
machine?
So I said no. 9 p.m. is not good time to drink another coffee, and right now I don't drink coffee. So I don't have any rituals so and so on. Do you know this is difficult? Maybe not. Easier for me is that when I was the student and I have to go for the lectures here for 8 a.m. I wake up every time. I woke up every time. I used the metro. Even I was the professor here. Maybe not professor. Maybe when I also the PhD here, I used the metro because why? Because I didn't want to waste the time in traffic, so I used the metro. And it was interesting, yes. Also, I met some people someday. One of the women said that she told me, "Excuse me, could I tell you something?" I said, "Of course. You have two different shoes." And I said, "I didn't realize that. Thank you so much." So sometimes we made some mistakes.
So we should check that out every single
It's
time
fine,
we watch.
probably.
You know, it's trendy right now to have different socks or shoes,
Yeah.
so maybe you were just starting a new
Uh-huh,
fashion trend.
New
so
fashion trend.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So 2 news. The first one. We have 10 minutes left.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
we do, and we still need to choose the best question, and we have
Yeah,
a request.
We have a request.
For the second episode with you, but about the work incorporation.
Yes.
So please let us know about that, whether
Okay.
you
Let
have
us know,
time for
yeah.
us in your
Whenever-
busy schedule. We
Whenever
were
you're free,
more
we're
than
just gonna
happy.
do like this, and Lazarski
Yes.
will come to you.
If it's
No.
more comfortable for you at 9
We're gonna be
we will
here.
talk to Lazarski studio. I think we'll find a
the-
solution.
From I may say that work at in corporation is totally different when you set up the law firm, and also I am good example of, because I did it. I work in corporation, I started to law firm, and right now I am the president. So I may say that in corporation your life is more stable. You are not chaotic like when you have the law firm. In law firm you have to risk, and that is why sometimes you have to risk with your own business. You have to have the plan, and in corporation you don't worry about it. Yes, you worry about if your children probably will knows that you are the father or not. Yes, because as I said, from 9 to 9, seriously, it was also a difficult moment for me that I didn't have any children. But we earn, I don't know, 5,000 zlotys for the beginning in law firm. We work a lot, and sometimes they close the metro, and I was so angry, and I cried because I said, right now, taxi from one part of the Warsaw to another one, and I said, no, no way. Yes, but sometimes you have to deal also with that things, and said, okay, never mind, go on. The metro, they will open for you someday, only individually for you. Yes, but incorporation is totally different than when you start your own business. You have to take that one small piece of the risk on the beginning, or maybe the big one. But then, if everything will be fine, then probably you will make a lot of money. But money is not the most important in our life. The most important is to be happy what you do. And maybe this is also some guidelines for the students. Don't consider money as the most important, the most important in the whole life. I always try to make everything what I did, and I didn't consider how much I will have from that transaction and so on. Of course, on the beginning, and this I think was also very important, because I started my I started my specialization in Polish Sejm Commission, and I did it for free. Then I met some people who said, okay, you have the knowledge, so go to the supervisory board. If I didn't give that legal advices for free, then I will not be in supervisory board. If not, then I will be not the president and so on. Right now, I may say that I have some money, and okay, it's fine. I don't need to worry about my financial situation. But as I said on the beginning, don't consider money as the most important. Doesn't or don't?
Questions to students?
Questions to students. Well, I just don't know what to add, what to say. And by the way, I know that I know that some of our colleagues are watching, and they told me that this is the first episode that they're gonna watch live, not wait till the moment it's gonna be on the YouTube. And I truly, because I see that we have just 7 minutes left, and I truly believe that it still is one of the best episodes that we had at Lazarski Talks. And
You had very special guests. Maybe I'm one of them.
you are indeed, and that's an amazing thing that we can create here. And I think it's not about knowledge, but these thoughts that you share today, those are even more important than something related to law that you share during your classes.
Every classes I tell to my students, be humble, and the same. You have to be humble. You have to be hungry, and then you will make another thing. And please don't feel that I am here, that I am very important person, and so on. Every classes I said my student, you are very lucky. You know why? Maybe not I am good. Maybe I am not a good lecturer, but I made all that step in that career, and I may tell you, okay, which one from my perspective is the best for you. Yes, and this is true.
And you also supervise thesis.
Yeah, right now I have 100. Not that year, but 100 still 5 years, since 5 years. And that year I have 100, number 100 student, we may say that,
Mm-hmm.
with number 100, but I didn't tell the students that, and I hope that that thesis will be the best one.
That's the lucky thing.
Yeah, but I saw some beginning and we have to correct something.
That's why you are supervising. It will be eventually the best, but it
Yes.
will be.
Yeah, I also pay a special attention for that because it will be their souvenir for all the year.
Mm. Are you a strict supervisor?
Yeah. And I'm also seriously on law on faculty. I'm sometimes I'm cruel.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know why? On the beginning I said that I will be not, but then after some years I said, "Hey, they also represent you. I am not the person who who will be very harsh and so on. But um, if you learn, of course I will appreciate that. But if you want to, I don't know, to cheat or something, there is no chance that you will pass. Seriously. And yeah, you will see that the more you teach, the less, how you call it, the less calm you will be.
Actually, I hope that I'm gonna have the same insights as you do. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's very, very.
Yeah, this is important. Seriously, they also represent the Lazarski University outside. Yes, and we have to be thankful also for the students who are the best. Yes.
That's very deep, I guess.
Yeah,
To
seriously.
understand.
I finished the Lazarski University, and I have diploma of Lazarski University, and also I hope that that diploma will have the value. Yes, and that is why sometimes I am very angry for some students who try only to, try to avoid any exams and go to the next years, and so on. That is why uh, I have some competition for the best students to be on to have me as the supervisor. Why? Because I would like to, to cooperate with the best students. And
That's amazing.
yeah, but on the other hand, we have to do that. Seriously. I know that is difficult, but if we want one more time to develop Lazarski University, part of students have to work more, part of them should be, how you call it? I don't know even the word in Polish. Should be
Appreciated. Yeah.
and so on.
I actually remember that was the thing that during the first class you brought a ticket somewhere, I don't know, and you said the best student will get it. Of course, Julian got it, saying hi to Julian and the competition that we have all the time. But that was such a nice move, and I thought, nice. And
He won the cup, because
the cup.
because
Of
yeah,
course, you
because
remember.
the one of the women asked me about on the break to participate in conference, and she gave me some souvenirs, and I saw that. But right now, since 2 years, I bet with the students of jelly candies. And the question in the beginning, do you remember? So I said, okay, 2 mistakes. You bought me jelly candies. If you didn't make that, then I bought. So
That's
then I buy. Yes.
the
so.
cutest trading
Yes.
relationships.
But do you know how the students change the participation? I recommend you to try it.
Ha.
I'm
I'm gonna
for
write.
you.
I'm gonna write that down.
Here's
I'm gonna
plan.
write it down. No, but I actually. That's very deep. I think that's your influence, but I never thought about that. But I brought the pack of the candies that I actually gave one of those to Darina 1 week ago, and for the best presentation, I was giving them candies.
Yeah, perfect.
This little lollipops, and they were like,
Yeah, and yeah, maybe I sound right now as a very cruel person.
yes, the most cruel person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's the
Definitely.
most cruel
But
person.
do you know
we've
what is
seen here.
interesting? That 10 years I am here, and I may say that I was every time prepared for the classes. Seriously, every time. I before the classes I checked what I should do with the students. And from my perspective, if I prepare for the classes, also the students may. Of course, when we have the exam, because I have on the oral exams, so there is no way to cheat. So of course there are some stressful situations for the students, and I know that, but everyone who is prepared will pass. If not,
Well,
That's
that's
very
fair. Yeah.
and do you know
fair,
I don't
honest.
give the fail on the law. Do you know why?
Mm.
You will pass as much as it is possible, because you represent myself. So I have the students that 3 times, 4 times, and so I said, okay, go on.
Really?
Yeah, because what is the result if you give the students fail?
No
This
result.
also your loss. Yes,
Mhm.
this is also because the students who participate and someone didn't pass. This is also that something bad is happening also with you as the lecturer.
Mhm.
Of course, the people who didn't participate is totally different situation, but then it is the information for you that you should change something. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
on this very deep note,
very deep note. Yes.
we don't have much time left. We don't have any time left, unfortunately. So again, highlighting our request about the second episode with
Yeah,
you.
but you know what? I think the director of our studio is also very interested because he's not shouting, he's not screaming at us that we're late.
He's also
So
inspired.
He's also inspired, which is probably the first time when it happens. Okay.
Best
we start with? Yeah.
question. What
We have to choose.
yes,
you
what
have to choose.
touched you the most?
Yeah, you have
maybe?
to help me.
No, we're not doing that.
Today there were too many deep moments that I don't.
Absolutely.
Maybe the question about that balance.
About I actually was completely sure that it's gonna be
Yes.
this. Well, we don't know who the person is, but
So we are asking our supervisor of Lazarski Talks, please, Daria, take a screenshot of that question so we can find the person and present him a beautiful gift from Dr. Dróżdż and Lazarski University.
yeah, we have a couple of nice comments that I think we can read. Being humble and being hungry will be our new motto. This is the first one. The second one is the best teacher ever. The third one is this is truly an honor to have you as a guest in Lazarski Talks. And it's not
Confirmed.
even us who's writing that, but we confirm it. And then we have the best supervisor ever. So
Thank
yeah.
you so
And
much.
what a nice way to influence
Yeah.
students. That's
This
not-
is only for my ears, yes, but thank you so much for that comments, and with part of my students. See you tomorrow.
and we hope to see you again.
Wow.
here, right here. That was a very warm, very filled with this wise comments, thoughts episode.
I know why it
literally.
didn't happen before because we
We were not prepared.
were
that's
not
why.
prepared and we have to start these seasons with such a
guests.
vibe, yeah.
Absolutely, I agree. Thank you once again.
well, thank you.
for your time.
Thank
and
you
for
so
your
much.
knowledge and for your
You're
Um,
welcome.
voices.
It's an honor to have colleagues like this
Absolutely,
actually.
absolutely.
So, I'm turning to the to the main camera and we're saying thank you very much guys for today's episode. Thank you very much Mateusz again. I really truly believe that it was one of the more warmest episodes that we've ever had. We were crying literally and yeah, we have started and
We'll see you very soon.
very soon 21st of what's the month? December.
December.
We see you here, so please stay tuned and updated. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. And have a nice day, have a nice evening, and see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.